Greetings and welcome to Newzim TV. I am Makanaka Masenyama. Stories making the headlines. MDC suspends its 20th anniversary celebrations to mourn Mugabe. In the courts, former Mayor Masunda in nepotism storm. In business, banks tighten grip on loan books. In sports, late Kamabilia to goal fires Warriors to World Cup group stage. News in detail. The MDC has suspended its long-awaited 20th anniversary celebrations, which were scheduled for this coming Saturday at Rufaro Stadium to mourn former President Robert Gabriel Mugabe. The late ZANU-PF leader died on Friday last week in Singapore. Addressing a press conference in Harare on Tuesday, MDC leader Nelson Chamisa said commemorations to celebrate the formation of his party have been moved to 28 September.
As you know, we are MDC, a part of excellence. We do things that are consistent with our values of social democracy, values of Ubuntu, solidarity, and empathy. And we have decided to postpone this important anniversary to the 28th of September 2019.
In his address, Chamisa also appealed to party supporters to forgive Mugabe, who is accused of brutalizing and causing deaths of many MDC supporters during his time as president.
Bitterness will not move nations forward. Revenge and anger cannot be pillars of building a society. We want to be better, and we can't continue to be bitter. Yes, we want justice in the circumstances of those who have died. But unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do to change the situation other than to learn from our mistakes so that we don't have a recurrence of those mistakes that have been made and of those transgressions that have been caused upon the people of Zimbabwe.
Mugabe's death has divided the main opposition, with party youths questioning why their leader had chosen to celebrate instead of using the moment to draw attention to the late national leader's poor human rights record. Some 171 Zimbabweans have been affected by the recent spat in xenophobic violence, while 2 were reportedly killed in South Africa, government has said. Speaking at Tuesday's post-cabinet media briefing, Information Minister Monica Mchangwa said that efforts were already underway to evacuate the affected individuals after they approached the Zimbabwean consulate for assistance.
A total of 171 Zimbabwean nationals had been affected, with 2 of them having lost their lives. Government is deeply saddened by this occurrence and is currently in the process of making arrangements to urgently repatriate the affected citizens back home. Meanwhile, our consulate in South Africa is engaging some international organizations for support to the affected citizens.
Nigeria, whose citizens constitute a large proportion of foreigners in South Africa, has indicated that it will be evacuating 600 Nigerians. Hundreds of foreigners are being hounded out of mainly Johannesburg's high-populated Hillbrow by locals who accuse them of stealing their jobs and straining service provision in Southern Africa's strongest economy. The University of Zimbabwe has sent students on forced vacation to mourn its former chancellor and former state president Robert Mugabe, who died in Singapore last Friday. This came out in an internal memo from the university's Information and Public Relations Affairs that the campus will be closed from September 12 to 15 September 2019. The move has, however, been slammed as a violation of students' right to education by the firebrand Zimbabwe National Students Union, and parents who spoke to newzimbabwe.com also criticized the decision by the university. In the courts, former Harare Mayor Mchadei Masunda has been dragged to court on allegations of hand-picking his former business partner to be the arbitrator in a business dispute with Zemcos Incorporated Private Limited, which ended up in the losing side. Zemcos, which is in car parking business, had a contract to facilitate the installation of vehicle parking in Accra, Ghana, and was to be paid in US dollars. The company was supposed to be paid $165,000, but Masunda refused to pay the money after selecting his partner to preside over the arbitration and rule in his favor. Masunda is also accused of failing to disclose that he was board chair of Harare Sunshine Holdings Private Limited, a company seized with managing the affairs of city parking, which was a part to the arbitration. The case is still pending. In business, local financial institutions have gone out of their way to reduce the value of non-performing loans as the economy continues to take a knock. Nationalised Bank Board Chairman Benedict Chikwana said that his bank is winning the war against non-performing loans. Chikwana said the bank has continued with its drive to reduce NPLs, which has seen the ratio reduce from 7.43% as at 31 December 2018 to 3.38% as at 30 June 2019. Accra Bank Chief Executive Sema Laba anchored similar sentiments, revealing his bank continues to make remarkable progress in strengthening credit assessment processes as well as debt recovery. Diversified Financial Services Group ZB Bank saw its loan book growing by 120% from $152.2 million at 31 December 2018 to close at $334.2 million at 30 June 2019. We end with sports. Warriors talisman Kama Billiard grabbed an injury time winner that sent Zimbabwe through to the group stages of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers with a late show against stubborn Somalia at the National Sports Stadium. Zimbabwe won 3-1 against Somalia and progressed 3-2 on aggregate. Marshall Munetsi scored the goal that gave Zimbabwe hope following last week's defeat in Djibouti. But an equalizer by the visitors 5 minutes before full-time meant that Zimbabwe need 2 goals to qualify. Nox Mutizwa inspired the comeback, blasting home from a free kick 2 minutes later. Billiard then scored the goal that mattered the most a minute into injury time. Reporting for newzimbabwe.com, I am Akanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, visit our website www.newzimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Newzim TV.